On February 26, 2025, a man who could have been Romania's next president was stopped in traffic, detained, and hauled in for questioning. His name, Călin Georgescu, a far-right populist whose meteoric rise shook a nation. His crime, that's still unclear. But for many, this moment wasn't just a news. It was proof that democracy in Europe is crumbling, exactly as US Vice President J.D. Vance had warned.
If your democracy can be destroyed with a few $100,000 of digital advertising from a foreign country, then it wasn't very strong to begin with.
Romania, a nation of 19 million nestled on Europe's eastern edge, has been a loyal member of NATO and the EU for 2 decades. But beneath its pro-Western surface, discontent has simmered. Enter Călin Georgescu, a 62-year-old ultra-nationalist with a doctorate in soil science, a judo black belt, and a knack for social media. Until 2024, he was a political nobody. Then, TikTok happened. In the lead-up to Romania's presidential election on November 24, 2024, Georgescu's videos flooded the platform. He railed against NATO, praised Putin's patriotism, and promised to put Romania first, tapping into a vein of frustration with corruption and economic stagnation. Polls had him in single digits, but when the votes were counted, he stunned the world. 23% in the first round, beating out the incumbent Prime Minister and a field of heavyweights. He was set for a December 8th runoff against Elena Lasconi, a reformist centrist. Romania's political class was reeling, but then the unimaginable happened. Days before the runoff, Romania's constitutional court dropped a bombshell. The entire election was annulled. Why? Allegations of Russian interference, declassified intelligence, pointed to a hybrid attack, cyber operations, and a coordinated TikTok blitz, allegedly from Moscow, boosting Georgescu's campaign. Over 1 million in undeclared funds were traced to his team, far beyond the nothing he'd reported spending. Russia denied it, and Georgescu called it a coup. But the court didn't budge. The decision sparked chaos. Thousands protested, waving Romanian flags and chanting Georgescu's name. A new election was set for May 2025, but the damage was done. Romania, a NATO ally bordering Ukraine, looked vulnerable, divided, and on edge. And across the Atlantic, one voice saw it coming. At the Munich Security Conference in February 2025, US Vice President J.D. Vance had warned Europe's leaders. He called out their retreat from democratic values, pointing to Romania's annulled election as Exhibit A. To Vance, this wasn't about Russia. It was about a shaky democracy folding under pressure from its own elites.
The threat that I worry the most about vis-a-vis Europe is not Russia, it's not China, it's not any other external actor. And what I worry about is the threat from within, the retreat of Europe from some of its most fundamental values, values shared with the United States of America.
Fast forward to February 26, 2025. Georgescu, still a frontrunner in polls, was driving to register his candidacy for the May rerun. Suddenly, police swarmed his car. He was detained, not arrested, but questioned for hours.
They remind us of the communist mentality and system of the 50s. There is no difference. We are moving forward. The people are proving it. We are Romania. We are the power, and we are this country, and this country will not kneel before anyone.
Prosecutors hit him with a laundry list, false campaign finance statements, promoting anti-Semitic and fascist ideologies, even destabilizing Romania's constitutional order. Raids on his associates uncovered weapons and cash. His team cried foul, "Where is democracy now?" The timing was uncanny. Just as Georgescu prepared to fight again, the state struck. Was this justice catching up to a shady candidate, or a desperate bid to silence him?
The corruption was revealed. The whole planet knows what's going on in Romania now with this system. I can only salute how desperate they are.
Whose desperation, Mr. Georgescu? Is it the desperation here, or is it the desperation at 35?
It is not the desperation from here, it is also from Brussels. They showed us that the system is working as much as it can. It is almost finished. We know is not only about being slaves in our country, it's about what's going on in Brussels. We have the proof from USA, from President Trump and Mr. Vance, that we are on the right path, that all this worldwide corruption will be revealed, and the US sanctions will certainly clarify the situation in Romania.
Romania's government insists it's protecting democracy from a pro-Russian threat. But to Georgescu's supporters, and Vance's allies like Elon Musk, it's the opposite. A democracy too fragile to let the people choose. If a frontrunner can be detained on murky charges, what's left of the ballot box? As Romania heads toward May, the question lingers. Will Călin Georgescu run, or will he be barred? Will voters get their say, or will the state decide their fate? J.D. Vance saw this coming. A Europe where elections bend to power, not people. Romania's story isn't just about one man's arrest. It's about a continent at a crossroads and a warning from America that went unheeded.